Camagwini, Thokozani, Molweni, hello, hi, Sanbonani, Dumelang. This is Gogo Kwakhanya and I welcome you to your safe space, your healing space, and just your everything space. So today's video is going to be a follow-up video on based on my first video on signs and symptoms of being spiritually gifted or having a calling upon your life. The reason why I'm creating this video is because it's very easy to simply just state the different symptoms and signs of you being spiritually gifted, but then for some of them there are specific reasons in which they are presenting themselves in that way. Why are they manifesting in the way that they're manifesting? So I decided to create this video based on the feedback I received through the comment section here on YouTube, and as well as the comment section on my healing page at Gogo Kwakhanya on Instagram, and also my DMs. So I finally decided that, okay, let me create this video. And I've got time now. I'm free, I'm available, so I'm ready to interact with you guys and create some content that you guys will love, a content that will heal you, content that will help you understand yourself a lot better. Because what I've noticed is that during the time, especially when you're awakening to who you are, it can really be so confusing, and just not knowing anything and not having the basic information about what is going on in your life can just feel like the world is falling apart. You don't know whether you're coming or you're going. It's just messed up. I've been there. I'm like, honestly, I'm laughing right now because, oh my gosh, last year was just something else. And I mean, obviously the previous years as well, but last year was really the peak of everything, if you know what I'm saying. So let's get into the video, signs and symptoms. So before I actually delve into unpacking why these signs and symptoms happen, I want to first define what is a sign and what is a symptom. So in the case of being a spiritually gifted person, a sign is something that is meant to reassure you of who you are, basically. Sorry. So these signs is basically telling you, hey, hi, we are giving you a sign, we are here. Your ancestors, your guides, God is telling you that we are present in you. We have given you this gift. Please acknowledge us. That is a sign. And then a symptom is more of a result of illness. It's telling you that something it's happening because of an illness that is happening. The reason why I say illness is because mautwasa, when you're being initiated, when you're going through that whole process of initiation, or getting to becoming more aware of yourself, you're becoming a learner, you're becoming a student. And during that time you go through a period of sickness because you're transitioning from who you thought you were, or who you knew yourself to be, to your true self, living in your purpose. And during that time it's really a period of sickness because things do happen, a lot of things happen, and these things that happen are your symptoms. They are your symptoms, whether maybe you're not listening to your spirit guides, they've been trying to reach out to you and you're just not hearing them. And those signs can turn into symptoms now, where you're just ill, life is not working out. And these symptoms manifest themselves in various ways: physically, mentally, emotionally, in different aspects, financially as well, and romantically, in your relationships, not just romantic relationships but general relationships with other people as well. So first we're going to talk about the signs that tell you that you're spiritually gifted. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is the sign of deja vu. And the sign of deja vu, I'm also going to link it with visions as well. So deja vu happens because they're trying to show you your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your ability to see beforehand what is going to happen, to experience that, the realness of spirit, basically. Because there'd be times where, especially if your ancestors know you, and when I say know you, I mean they know that you're probably someone who is doubtful. You're probably someone who is very cynical, someone who isn't going to believe um in things that are happening and immediately associate them with spirit. So they try to show you in terms of deja vu, like when you arrive at a place, um it feels like you've been there before or you've seen that person before. Everything feels super familiar until you're able to link it back and like, no man, I've actually dreamt of that before. I've dreamt of this place, I've dreamt of this person, I've been here, and also these deja vus and all of these signs can also manifest themselves in dreams, deja vu, um as well as visions, seeing something that other people don't see, in your waking life. Like, how are you going to explain, guys? If not spiritually, if it's not spirit, how are you going to explain you seeing visions? You know, being the person that I am, it really did take time for me to actually realize what was happening. And I think it's also because I'm not someone who, I think I'm slightly stubborn. I hate to admit it, but I think I'm stubborn. So, seeing these visions like when you see a vision once, it's easy to brush it off and be like, oh no, it's probably, something else. Or I'm just seeing things, it's nothing major. But then the way spirit communicates with you, they do it in such a way that you also start seeing that this is, it's way too good to be a coincidence. Like it's very odd. It's out of your normal practical um way of explaining things, and you also will start becoming curious about, why am I seeing these visions? Why am I dreaming of this certain why am I dreaming this certain dream consistently? What is it trying to say to me? What is it trying to tell me about myself? Why am I constantly experiencing deja vu when I'm in certain situations and about certain people? Why am I able to preempt a certain thing, like when a certain incident is about to happen? Like, why do I have that, you know the anxiety, ukushayela uvalo? Like, why does the anxiety hit me, for example, when I'm about to head somewhere? And and that anxiety is sometimes is actually accompanied by things not working out. Let me make an example. So let's say you are about to go somewhere, and then on the day of you going there, it's either you're not feeling well, you're just not okay. You can't necessarily pinpoint what is going on, but you're not okay. You feel like everything is closing in on you, or throughout the planning process of you going somewhere, things aren't working out. It's like you fix one thing and then something else happens, and things just aren't working out. So guys, let me just continue, because while the sun is out, because things are just not working in my favor right now. But anyways, that's okay, that is fine. At least we still have some lighting here. So when things aren't working out in your favor during that period or that day leading up to the event, on when you're supposed to go somewhere, and your gut feeling is just telling you, no man, I shouldn't be going there, I shouldn't be there, these are signs. And then you find out that where you're supposed to go, something terrible happened there, and you realize, no man, imagine if I had went there, you know what would have happened to me? These are all signs that are trying to either warn you, reassure you, guide you in life in general. And okay, there we go, we are sorted. So all of these things are just trying to give you signs of who you are, your ability to sense or to just know things without even understanding how you know them, but you just do. And these are just trying to awaken you to your truth, awaken you to who you truly are, in spirit, as a spiritual being, and as your purpose. It's trying to align you to your purpose. These signs are trying to bring you closer to your potential, trying to bring you closer to your guides. And we all get these signs for different reasons, but a sign, spiritually speaking, it's about realigning you, making you aware of who you are in spirit, and so that you can live purposely. You can live by your truth and who you are meant to be on this earth, and what is your purpose here. So now moving on to symptoms. Now symptoms can easily get mixed up with signs, because especially when you are talking about ubungoma, when it comes to being a not a South African, an African healer, isangoma, for example. So these symptoms, the reason why I'm saying that these symptoms can easily get mixed up with signs is because sometimes we only realize later on, when the symptoms start presenting themselves, we only realize who we are. That's only when we wake up to the truth of our being, the truth of us being here on earth. So these symptoms can be, your constant headaches. You're just the person that's constantly ill. You're moving from one sickness to another. You don't understand. You go to the doctors. The doctors can't necessarily pinpoint what is going on with you health wise, but you're sick. You have some sort of illness. You, like, all these illnesses just happen. You have a constant headache that can't be healed, that can't be cured, and all these things. Or you're going through a major depressive phase in your life, but you don't really understand where does it stem from. And all these things, these suffering from these mental illnesses, and these symptoms, the fact that they manifest themselves physically, so that you can see them with your eyes. You can see them in your life. Life all of a sudden is falling apart because of these symptoms. It's either you're losing your job. For some people, you're losing your job, you're losing your cars, you're losing your house. These are the results of the illness. These are results of the illness, but they're not who you are. This is where I'm trying to get at here. The signs are telling you who you are, and the symptoms are there to be like, you're in a period of illness. This is not who you are. You're not where you're meant to be currently. You know what I mean? When I say you're not where you're meant to be currently, obviously you're meant to be in that phase, in that in-between phase, the liminal phase in which you're transcending to who you truly are. But the illness phase is not meant to be forever. You receiving these signs as well is not going to be happening 24/7 forever and ever. You need to transcend. You need to move up the ladder. You need to bring yourself towards yourself. You need to bring yourself towards yourself and realize who you are here in this moment, in this lifetime. And that's what it is. So these symptoms, they manifest themselves in various ways, literally from having a toothache, like a really terrible toothache out of the blue, and you're just like, what is going on? And half of the times when that happens is because there's usually some sort of conflict between your ancestors, and this is usually either your maternal and paternal side, and there's usually some sort of conflict happening when that happens, between when you're suffering from toothache, a random toothache that you do not understand what is going on, and other symptoms, physical symptoms that could be resulting in in manifesting themselves physically, is also a sense of tiredness. Like, you just don't understand, you are tired, and it's just not making sense how tired you would swear you are a pregnant lady, literally, because it's just not making sense. And when that usually happens, it's It's also a sign that, you know, these spirit is weighing heavy on you. It's weighing heavy on you. It's sitting on your shoulders, you know, because it's not going anywhere. It's not working. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. You know, spirit wants to be active. Spirit wants to work within you, you know, and if it's not active, it's going to sit. It's gonna weigh heavy on you. It's gonna be baggage sitting on your shoulders. You're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. You're not going to be, you know what I mean? It's just not going to be a great experience. You can't even get by the rest of half of your day without needing to take a nap. And sometimes though, please listen carefully. Depending on the type of spirit that is within you, during those times, those moments of sleep, those naps in between, could also be a moments of teachings, because we can't always learn everything by physically doing it here on earth, but learning also takes place in your dream state. Learning takes place in that dream state when you're interacting with spirit in a world, in a parallel world, you know, and where spirit resides. So you get to learn a lot. So during those moments of the, you know, those random naps, all of a sudden you were active, you're fine, you're energetic, and then all of a sudden you're tired and you just don't understand, why am I so exhausted? I cannot do anything right now. I just need to take a nap. And during those moments, those are moments of teaching. You are learning something, and trust me, those teachings, you will know when to use them. So, going back to the whole topic of symptoms, your symptoms are a result of illness. We need, no one wants to be ill. No one wants to be ill. No one wants to be suffering from symptoms. We want to be receiving the signs of reassurance. We want to be seeing angel numbers. We want to be seeing 111, 000, you know. We want to be seeing angel numbers, signs of things. We want to be seeing birds outside of our windows. We want to be seeing bees. We want to be seeing things that resonate with us. We want to be seeing signs that reassure us of our existence here on earth, or what is our purpose. We don't want symptoms. Symptoms are results of illness and something that needs to get healed, something that needs to be fixed, something that needs a treatment. And when you go through your initiation phase, that phase is about treatment. That phase is about healing you. That phase is about helping you get to a point in which spirit needs you to be. And that is where you actually acknowledge spirit's existence. And acknowledging can simply go as by saying, okay, guys, I accept. Accept. And acknowledging is living your truth, speaking your truth, being your truth in every, with every fiber of your being on this earth in this lifetime. So I hope this video is going to make sense, and you're going to be able to conceptualize the various signs and symptoms that you are getting, whether they're manifesting themselves, you know, symptoms, especially symptoms, because I believe we really do suffer from symptoms. Symptoms are the things that we really start paying a lot more attention to, and signs is something that can easily get brushed off as like, oh no, you know, it's not really what I think it is. Oh, okay, spirit, cool. You know, it's something that we can easily brush off. But symptoms are very difficult because it's an illness. We feel them deeply, and the experience is never nice going through these symptoms of having a spiritual calling and being spiritually gifted. It's a very tough journey. It's a very confusing one as well. But we need to find a way, by identifying the type of symptom you're going through, by identifying the fact that whether you're experiencing a sign or a symptom, it makes it easy to navigate how to go about things. Because if you're receiving a sign, it's like, oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for communicating with me. And when you're receiving a symptom, it's okay, how do I go about this? What is my next step? How do I heal? It's about healing. It's about getting to a point where you've healed, you have walked towards yourself. You have found yourself. You have found spirit and you are in alignment with spirit. You are living by spirit, you know. So I hope this video really did help conceptualize how your life in general has kind of helped you, you know, get a feel of what's going on, and you're not so confused as you were previously, because it's a very confusing journey, like I said, and it's easy to get misled along the way. But I always say, look within. When looking within, the answers are literally always with you. You have the answers. There's nothing I can ever really tell you and convince you of that is not your truth. You will feel it in every fiber of your being if I tell you that this is what's happening, and you can feel it like, no, sis is not telling me the truth. Oh, sis is lying to me. This does not resonate with me. So please do take what resonates and leave the rest, because you know, we're going through different experiences. People are experiencing life differently. Spiritually as well, we're experiencing it differently. You know, we all here brought for different purposes, so no one experience can be the same. Every single experience is unique, and I just hope you guys will be able to hang in there. You'll be able to have the courage and the strength to go and seek your healing if you're suffering from spiritual symptoms, you know, and continue to live by your truth if you're suffering from signs, if you're getting signs, you know. So once again, guys, please, 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 please like and comment, as well as turn on those notification bells, because woo, I'm on holidays, so I'm ready to create so much content for you guys. So please do the most. Love and light.